Alright, Villainous. This is a fun game. So we got this like a year ago, last year. It comes in a nice box, and then you have your instructions, and it lays everything out. So you have so many different pieces. The fun thing about this game is you can play, like, each character is like its own game almost. So it's not the same gameplay every time that you play. You could take turns playing and win all sorts of things, right? And then it also has frequently asked questions at the end, which is very helpful because some things can get a little bit confusing. And so then you have, so not only do you have the instructions, but then you have each character has its own little rule book, because each character has certain rules that they play by, which mimic what the character does. For example, the Queen of Hearts, her goal, her objective is to have a wicket at each location and successfully take a shot, right? And then it tells you there's like some special cards that she has and how you play her specifically in here. Let's see, Ursula's objective is to start your turn with the trident and the crown at Ursula's lair. Then Jafar, his goal is to start your turn with the magic lamp at Sultan's palace and genie under his control, etc. Like Prince John's objective is to have 20 power, which is the gold, right? So we know that Prince John loves gold. Anyway, so that's all of those. And there's Captain Hook too. And then you have these action symbol cards that tell you what they are, and the villain objectives are on the back so everyone knows what their villain objective is and what the objectives of the other players are, so that's nice. And then you have the boards for each villain. So here's the Queen of Hearts board. And so you have your little figure, and you lay this in front of you, and your figure starts, it'll tell you if they have to start specifically somewhere or where they start. And then each turn you can either move, so there's like ones for moving, ones for getting power, and whichever location you move them to, you get to move each turn. You get to do these actions that are labeled on the location. Sometimes they're locked by this, depending, it will tell you in that villain's place, and you have to unlock the location. So, and it'll tell you how to do that in their little guidebook. There's lots of little ins and outs in it, but it's such a fun game. Ursula, Captain Hook. And then we have Maleficent. My husband loves Maleficent. He always wins with her. I like playing all of them just because it's fun to experiment. I feel like the nice thing about this is, like, Prince John, his objective is easy and simple to understand. So you could still play it with like younger kids and they could understand his goal is to get power, money, right? And so that's nice. Some of them are more complicated than others. And then each each villain has a deck. They have two decks. The deck that they draw from, and then the white deck is the hero deck. So the villain deck and the hero deck. This is the one that they draw from that benefits them. And this is the one that other players then can draw from to try and stop them from getting to their objective, right? So for example, Ursula's heroes would be King Triton and Scuttle and Sebastian. So other players draw from that deck if it has like an action thing to do that, and try and stop them by covering up some of their, it covers like these top ones, it can cover those up so that they have less actions to choose from. Anyways, so that's kind of like a basic rundown. And the figurines are so cool, they're fun. There's Captain Hook, that's Jafar, and Ursula, Maleficent, and Prince John. So those are just like fun to play, right? And then you've got your power tokens right here, and there's a little like cauldron thing that it sits on. Anyway, so this is a fun game. It's got lots of different gameplay options. So if you love games, if your family loves games, I highly recommend this Villainous game, because there's just so many different options, and so it's new and fun each time, and you get to like work on strategies. So love it. Highly recommend Villainous.